Hey y'all, B Bridges 100 here. Had a couple people ask more about this knife. This is the Kershaw Crown that you can actually pick up at Walmart. Let me see here. It's the model number 31. Hold on, let me take it off camera. 3160. Kershaw Crown model 3160. With the micarta scales, steel bolsters, liner lock. You know, I've been through the whole thing before. 8Cr13MoV is the blade steel on that one, so this is one of their Chinese-made models. Excuse me. You know, I had some people asking. I can't remember exactly how the questioning was. I don't have my computer on right now, but basically asking how the blade steel holds up. You know, I mean, it's 8Cr13MoV. It's kind of on the softer side. So, if you're not somebody who's familiar with sharpening, I would suggest either getting familiar with sharpening to own knives like this, or having somebody who can, you know, is readily available to sharpen them for you, because they will go dull fairly quick with not a whole lot of use. So. I mean, they'll hold up to your regular EDC tasks, you know, opening mail or packages or whatnot. But you start cutting into a lot of cardboard and things, they're gonna dull on you pretty quick. So the best options are A, get familiar with a sharpening stone. In this case, I have a Smith's medium grit sharpening stone, and it actually comes with a fine grit stone that clips right in here to the bottom, so you can take it out. You know, you do it up on this medium stone first. You know, obviously, I'm not going to do a sharpening demo, but you know, do it on that first. Follow it up with the fine stone, and you can, if you want to go finer than that, you can get finer stones. There's extra fine, different diamond grit stones, which are very good to have. Spyderco makes some that the double stuff, I believe is what they're called. They're very good sharpeners. I myself stick with this. I also have a Smith's sharpening system, which is all diamond grit. But for the most part, I use the stone, and I follow it up with a strop. This is just my little homemade strop. Got this yellow right here. I'll show you what it is. These are the compounds that I use. These are Ryobi. Pick them up at Home Depot. That's the Home Depot's brand, made by Homelight. It comes with 3 different types. You got the white Jeweler's Rouge, this yellow compound for stainless steel, and then the black one called Emery. You can see it under here. The Emery. Really, the only 2 I use are these 2, the stainless steel and the Emery. This is a little bit finer grit. Or I'm sorry, this is a little bit finer grit than this. The black is finer than the yellow. Typically, I'm good to just leave it with the yellow, though. I mean, I strop it up on here, you know, after I've sharpened it. And as long as you keep them stropped like this, too, regularly, at the end of the day, I don't have to sharpen all that much. So, I mean, if you get familiar with something like that, you're really good to go with all these 8Cr13MoV blades. And I'll tell you, here, let me pull that out of the way. All of these, with the exception of, well, basically this one, everything else you see in here is all 8Cr13MoV. I mean, I've got the B L05, Kershaw half ton, Bird Cara 2, Spyderco Ambitious, Spyderco Tenacious, got the Kershaw Clash. Oh well, and there's, you know, the Gerber frame lock. Actually, came in this tin that I have here, and so did this one. As a matter of fact, the edge on this one is pretty jacked up. I don't know if you can see that or not. I put this one through the ringer, so it hasn't been worth me really dealing with the fixing of that yet. But you know, we got the CRKT. This is 8Cr14MoV actually. Basically the same steel as the 13MoV. And San Renmu 710. also 8Cr13MoV. Then Kershaw OD2, also 8Cr13MoV. So I like 8Cr13MoV steel, but again, I'm a little more versed in sharpening than some folks might be, so it would definitely behoove you to get familiar with that, or to go with a higher grade steel. Of course, you're going to pay more for a higher grade steel. Really, the only thing I have to show you would be the Spyderco Superleaf. Again, that's a retail about $120 to $140 knife, and that's VG10 steel. It's not going to dull quite as quick. It still will dull on you. I mean, it's not a super steel that's going to last forever and put up, to everything you have and never dull. But anyhow, this was the knife that was in question in my inbox. So yeah, get familiar with sharpening. Otherwise, if you really are not that familiar with it and you don't really plan to get familiar with it, I would invest in a higher grade steel. Again, this is VG10. You get S30V, S35VN. I don't really know much about Sandvik steel, the like 14C28N. I've heard that's a little bit better than the 8Cr. Some people say that, some people say it's pretty much on par with it. I don't know. It's something to check into. But if edge retention is something that you are really concerned about, definitely would not recommend this for the novice knife sharpener, especially if you're going to be putting it through a lot of hard use. Because really 8Cr13MoV is not a very good, in my opinion, not a very good hard use steel. So I hope this answers the questions, guys. I've tried to make this video short and sweet because my battery's about to die. So if you have any more questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll get back to you. Either I'll message you back, or if I need to make a longer video response, I'll just make sure I have the battery power to do it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time, y'all take it easy.